Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As talks about the title of today's video, we're here to ask, is interior defense the biggest scam in NBA 2K24? Now, this all starts from this clip that I posted almost a month ago in 2K24, where it was me on my 6'8" attacking a 6'6" that had 25 interior, 25 block, and 25 strength with like 60 vert. And here is my sliver of green window on the dunk meter. Mind you, this is considered good position by the game because he's in front of me. It's directly in front between me and the basket, so it's considered a bad dunk attempt, even though realistically speaking, he's sitting right below the basket and it should be a pretty good dunk. But now, instead of me sitting here crying about the game and crying about how it's unrealistic and illogical in that sense, I'm here to take advantage of it now. So, what you're seeing in today's video is clips of me on my new 6'10" that I've recreated because my original one had 72 interior defense with 87 block, enough for silver anchor. But this build right here, it's recreated to only get enough to get bronze anchor. So it's like 61 interior with 77 block, I believe, 78, something like that. But what you're seeing in these clips right now is that I decided to wait until the very end of the build to upgrade my interior defense and block because I could just get everything else other than that. So what you're looking at right now is 25 interior defense, and in the most of the clips it's 44 block rating. I've been upgrading my block most progressively since then, but everything that you're seeing in this video, regardless of what the block is 25 interior D. Mind you, again, I do have 90 vertical on the build, and it does, in some of these clips, end up at like 77 block as well. But for the most part of them, like I said, majority of these clips, it's 44 block. So, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all good stuff, and like always, Friday's 1 to 2,000 likes. Now, again, a lot of what I'm trying to say here in this game is positioning is key in literally all aspects of the game. Now, vertical and obviously, like, you know, block potentially can help you in the sense of being able to get contests. Not to mention, as you can see on this one right here that we just showed, this is considered to be challenger. Now, it's a standing layup, however, but as you can see, its range on it is considered to be a perimeter defensive contest, as you can see with challenger. And judging by my contest right there, I got 100%, and my perimeter D is 82. So obviously some of these, you know, and that's the only instance that I really showcased in the video that is perimeter defense, and I recorded it because I wanted you guys to be able to see that that was challenger. But again, like even right there, it's pretty bad positioning, but I get a 41% contest with 25 interior. And you know, all these extra little, you know, caveats to this stuff, like the fact that I am still 6'10" with like a 7'6" wingspan. Not many people that have 25 interior defense end up at that, but you're seeing comp pro-am players galore. Not to mention, shout out to AK right here. I mean, he's getting a 48% contest on this as a 6'4" point guard, mind you, and his interior defense isn't very good either. He's getting a good jump though, good timing on it, and obviously, you know, he ends up making it miss, ends up being an offensive rebound, but it is what it is. Right here, bad positioning again, but I'm able to get a 10% contest on it. He obviously mistimes it, and people can make shots like that, but I'm just here to show that it does make that more difficult. And obviously the majority of things that we've shown in this video so far have been like 40 plus contests or in the reds and stuff like that. Like right there, I mean, the dude has his layup timing off and everything, so there's no influence on his timing that he can control in this. And I'm playing hands up D. Honestly, I'm here to tell you guys right now, on my other builds, I even still feel like I don't get contests on shots like this, even when I have like 85 interior D. Normally, I feel like when people are going up for layups and I'm sitting directly below the basket and I'm playing hands up D, it's an open more often than not. But right here, I'm just like playing really good positioning. I'm coming out toward him while I'm playing hands up D. And as you can see, we get that hands up contest and no jump or anything on the layup from 7.5 feet out. And we're able to get 30 on it with 25 interior D. No takeover, anything popped in most of these as well. Hands up D right here. Again, I mean, we're talking 27% contest on a big man going for a close shot down here. And this is really a little bit out of position. Like he's getting up like above me and I'm not above him or anything. I'm not playing a crazy contest in my opinion. But again, that's where we're just here to talk about how I guess they want to reward skill gap, quote unquote, more than they do build gap. As you can see, this is where I ended up upgrading the block. So you can see silver chase down popping up, but no anchor either because why? I don't have my interior defense high enough. So we're going to get to the actual build, and I'm going to let you guys see what I actually have this currently upgraded on. But as you can see, once again, another 41% contest right there. And I know Toots has probably done video testing and stuff like that of like showing what vertical can do for your contest percentages. And I'm absolutely here to vouch for that too. I have 90 vert on for the entire build, like the whole way through of me using this. But let's go ahead and show you guys what the build looks like now and talk about how I'm trying to take advantage of the way the game plays a little bit. Also, if you guys didn't know, I'm pairing up with NBA 2K Lab this year, so you can use code Laker for 20% off at checkout at their website. That's NBA2KLab.com. On this website is all types of really good statistical jump shot information. You can also test the jumpers on their website too. Plug the controller straight into your phone or to your PC. You can get early, green, late. It'll tell you where you need to adjust on that jump shot. Or if you don't know what jumper you want to run, you just go to their jump shot recommender. You punch in your height, the jump shot rating that you're working with, and then based on the milliseconds of timing that you get, it'll recommend you a jump shot. So again, if you want to use code Laker for 20% off at checkout, that's NBA2KLab.com. Appreciate you guys, and we'll get back to the video. All right, so as you can see, this is where I have it upgraded to as of right now. So again, this is the final product of where I'm at as I'm controlling my player like right now, in like literally relative speaking. So I have it up to the 78 block, but I still have 25 interior defense. So that just kind of proves anything in this video was done with 25 interior D. Now, the majority of the clips, I gotta show you guys this. Like, I was kind of showing more of like, how am I gonna upgrade the build off rip? And this is what we're looking at. And it's not how I finalized it, because I did end up creating a different build, but this was like what I was thinking about doing. Because as you can see, I can literally upgrade everything else on the build. I was able to max out its pass hack, ball handle, speed with ball, prim D, offensive and defensive rebound, speed, excelled, strength, vert, stamina, layup, driving dunk, standing dunk, everything, and free throw as well. I was able to max everything, so why not? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna test this out. I'm gonna start with 44 block and 25 interior D, and I don't really care about steal either if I'm that low on it, so I was just like, screw it, let's test this. I'm gonna put this to the ultimate test. I'm gonna sit bottom of the paint in 2-3 zones and ranked pro-am, and I'm gonna give this a perfect opportunity to be tested. And I'm not gonna show you guys full gameplays. I really do like want to explain to you guys though. Just because I'm not showing a full gameplay does not mean it didn't look good throughout the whole course of the game. I was not getting called for fouls more often than I did on high interior D builds. I was not getting dunked on any more often. I really like was able to completely bang out in the paint with 25 interior defense. It's terrible. I've already talked about this endlessly in this game, and I'm not a big fan of how this functions personally. I would like if it did impact the dunk meter quite a bit more, if it impacted close shots and driving layups and regular dunks without the dunk meter as well, but it just doesn't. And obviously I've shown that all the way back to our original clip of talking about how I looked at the dude's build after the 3v3 Pro-Am game, and he ended up having, you know, 25 interior, 25 block, and 25 strength with like 60 vert on a 6'6", and it's no different than if someone were to be on a 7'3" with max wingspan, you know, 99 interior D, 99 block. Those dudes will get dunk metered the exact same way that a small 5'7" point guard does. I'm telling you guys, literally, from the guy that does builds like this, that has 25 three-pointer and 96 dunk and 90 standing, and I've seen what it looks like on all takes possible, 100%. So anyway, back into what the actual build looks like. Let's go to the builder real quick, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why we ended up at these finalizations right here. And for anybody out there now that is, you know, not only watching for the video title of talking about how stupid this interior defense stuff is, but more so to stay updated on what builds I'm probably gonna be looking at playing on, I'm going to explain why we came to this conclusion of all these ratings right here. So if you made it to this point in the video and you came here to see the interior defense just on display, I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it to this point in the video, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff, and let's put interior, or you could put defense in the comments if you want to show support you made it to this point in the video. But anyway, let's go to the builder now. I'm going to explain to you guys why we came to these conclusions of these ratings right here. All right, so as far as the height, weight, wingspan combo, all that stuff, so as you can see, if I go any further on the weight, like other than, let's say, just 225, like if I go to 225, I can keep that 82 perimeter defense, but as you can see, anything that is tied to the strength, as far as raising the strength, makes my perimeter defense go down. I want to keep that silver challenger. The way I plan to play with this build is to be a little bit more centered on playing very high as a pick and roll defender and rotate to my other two gigantic bigs, like a 7-1, 7-2 is what we're planning on doing from this point forward. So with like Joey and Tonic, for instance. And essentially, I want to play back end where I'm guarding the other team's center, but again, rotate a lot more heavily, or stay on ball, rotate my guards out to the corner that the big is going to drop from, and can keep me up on ball, or potentially even still guard ball on purpose with this build, and maybe come out with like 3 bigs other than me as well, one that can maybe shoot from the hash, and then we're looking good. I could run 5 out on this. I could run pick and roll with the 1 guard that I have on the court as well. So lots of different options. But anyway, to kind of just go ahead and explain why this specifically, as you can see, if I go further on the wingspan to the maximum 7'8", it's going to drop my strength down. Now if I try and get that strength back to 84, as you can see, that's where I lose that perimeter defense. So that's why we're doing such a troll thing as putting my wingspan to 1 tick down on a 6'10", same way I did on the other one as well. And then as you can see, with that extra weight that we get right there, that 224, we're able to get that 84 strength for the gold box out beast. And I think that's very necessary for the fact that I'm going to go a little bit higher in the rebounding with this build. Now, obviously, you know, I ended up going 222, I believe, on the other build because it was able to give me that 69 speed with ball for the bronze hyperdrive. And I really did want to get that on this, but honestly, realistically speaking, it's not something I can really afford to do. So let's go ahead and, you know, reset this entirely so we can go look at how the build is actually created. So as you can see, I wasn't fiending for the super high speed with ball. If that was the case, 66 was going to do the job, gets that triple strike. I wanted 91 pass act still very desperately. I don't think I'm going to get enough defensive rebounds to justify going for 92. I know some people will try and, you know, make that comparison. To be real with you guys, you could do it if you wanted to maybe, let's say, drop the driving layup, but here's the problem. Jokic and Sabonis driving lay is unlocked at 78 driving layup. I feel personally that I value that more than the pass accuracy to be 92 for the break starter. Same way I value anything differently as far as, like, you know, some people are going to troll this. They're going to be like, oh, Lakers should have got 93 O-board for the Hoff box out beast. Again, I can't get my strength that high. I'm not going to be able to get to 90 by any means. The vert is sitting at 90 as well. I could have got it 91 if I, you know, settled for, let's say, 89 pass act. I could have, let's say, got my vert to 91 with a little bit more defensive rebound. You know, slight modifications here and there, but either way, I still feel these are looking very good as far as some thresholds to hit. 76 ball handle. As you can see, it literally what? I'm going to get speed with ball, stamina, or a 3-point with that. I mean, it's an extremely cheap ball handle attribute rating. It's very easy to get. 96 dunk I wanted to keep. Some people may question, why didn't you maybe respec it to like 94? Because as you can see, the only badges that you get with this type of a dunk rating is going to be Whistle and Aerial Wizard, and then at 96 you don't even get anything. But I love what the Elite Contact dunks have done for me, and Elite Contacts off 1 most specifically. I feel that those dunks are actually the ones that are giving you the fastest, most efficient possible ones that are going to lead to opens, quote unquote, by the game's logic, because it's taking off from further distance, it's faster, it's quicker, and the pro contacts are a little bit more, I would call them sluggish, and they take off from shorter distances as well. So I don't care for the pro contacts. I don't even run them on a build like this. I'm running purely Uber Athletic Tomahawks off 1 as my driving dunk package, and then I'm running contact dunks for the Elite Contacts off 1, Elite Contacts off 2. Then we have the 90 standing dunk. I'm putting on as many standing dunks as I possibly can, and obviously want to keep that 90 for the Rise Up on Gold and the Elite Contact dunk packages just in general. Now, do I feel like vertical makes a big difference in terms of rebounding as well? Because we already just talked about what it does for interior D, in my opinion. I think it's a very big deal. I think it really is extreme what it can do for you on those jump contests. And for rebounding, I absolutely can vouch for it. I feel like this is insane levels of rebounding that I've been getting on the build. And let's talk about why I even respec the build in the first place. Because originally I had it looking like this, or my bad. It was 83 offensive rebound with a 68 defensive rebound, and I had like 89 vert. Obviously, you know, that allowed me the opportunity to go like, let's say 87 block with 72 interior D. Boom, that was pretty much the direct trade-off. There wasn't a whole lot more to it. Other than that, it was pretty much just to go 80 driving lay, and, you know, I had like 69 speed with ball. Everything else for the most part was exactly the same, and, you know, a couple loose ends here and there. But what I truly do feel, you know, after all this has been said and done in terms of how the value of interior defense is, etc., versus the value of rebounding. Rebounding is extremely more valuable, in my opinion. And to be able to be a formidable actual rebounder with the gold box out beast, gold rebound chaser, on the offensive rebound crashing as a 6'10", and to have that great vertical to even pair with it, and good enough strength, obviously, you know, we have the silver brick wall, gold box out beast. It would be nice to get this to 90, but it's too unrealistic in the sense of trying to keep everything related to being a good defender. So anyway, what you're looking at as far as this is my final version of this. I'm absolutely a big fan of it, and I don't sleep on the fact that 61 interior D with 78 blocks still looks good. I haven't even seen it yet with 61 interior D, but I think with 25 it's looking good. So I am absolutely looking forward to the final version of this when I actually max out the interior defense to 61 and I get that bronze anchor, and I can even show you guys what it may even look like at that point with the silver chase down bronze anchor. I even keep pogo stick on gold because of my rebound rating going so high. But anyway, that's all for the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new to noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 2,000 likes. If you made it to the end of the video, put 610 or put like rebirth maybe in the comments. Search works my way through. But anyway, that's all. I'll keep you guys posted with more of this, and obviously the updates on how it plays with even more interior defense on it. And, you know, I appreciate you guys, obviously. And I don't even recommend to maybe remake the build along with me. I think 2K has us all, like, you know, way too much. I don't know how to put this PG or anything like that, but by the balls per se. Like, I don't like how I'm going to be recommending to a ton of different people who followed in my footsteps to make the original 610 to make a new one. I think it's fine, and I think if you're not some no-life like me that, you know, is going to just completely make a whole new build just because the game plays a certain way, I think you're okay as the build is already currently constructed. But if you do want to refollow, like, you know, respec it and follow me in these footsteps of making this build all over again, you can do that, obviously, if you would like. But anyway, that's all for the video. Hope you all enjoyed. And that, take it easy, man. Peace.